Hi, and welcome to Animals at Work. Enjoyed the show. Around the world, there are millions of animals that have jobs. This is the show that brings you the most extraordinary, bizarre, and unusual animals at work. Coming up next on Animals at... Knock begins her training as a coconut collector. Will Bingo and his truant teenager boss get to the end of their training for service dogs? And how will Sam, the beach donkey, cope with his first day carrying kids?
Very, very, very bumpy.
Anyway, carry on with the monkey business. What do you get if you pay peanuts? Yep, monkeys, of course. But you know, sometimes that's not all bad news, because these kings of swing are often the best animals to employ when the job looks like a tall order. Go bananas, because Animals at Work is going back to school, but this time swapping classmates for primates as we go back to Thailand for monkey college. Is that good? First, we're off to Suratani in Thailand. This cheeky monkey is Knock, a 3-year-old pig-tailed macaque. Her owner, Sri, is taking Knock to her first lesson at monkey school to train as a coconut picker.
I've had Knock for some time now, and I'd like her trained so that she can collect coconuts at the end of my garden.
And it's a cushy gig. Knock will be collecting coconuts around a small garden and will keep Sri company. Knock will be a student at the school for 3 months. A long time for a little monkey. The monkey school was founded by Somporn Sekau. He began training monkeys more than 50 years ago after he saw how some monkeys on coconut plantations were trained with force. He wanted to start a training school where monkeys were rewarded for their work with kindness. His daughter Somjai is one of the teachers.
It has been over 100 years already that the people in the south of Thailand use monkey to collect coconut.
Over the 3-month course, Knock will learn to climb trees and pick coconuts for her owner, as well as collecting them from the ground. Monkeys need to wear leads so they don't run away. But before lessons can start,
the first thing and the most important thing that we have to do, we try to make friends with monkey. You never hurt them, you never punish monkey. Monkey will accept you. Yes, we are friends.
At the school, there are 10 monkey students at different stages of training. Knock's first few days will give her the chance to watch and learn from these more experienced monkeys. The key, of course, to being a top coconut picker is learning how to handle them with your hands and feet. It can be a slippery business.
We try to teach monkeys step by step, move from easy to difficult. So we hope that it's not too complicated for them. Every monkey can learn, but the teacher have to be patient.
When they graduate, some of the monkeys will be offered work by many coconut plantations.
Monkeys pick coconut better than humans because if it's really high coconut tree, people get tired really quickly.
We'll find out later how Knock gets to grips with student life. And we pit man against monkey to prove that monkeys are the best when it comes to harvesting coconuts. Now it's off to Florida in America. Was part of the Kids and Canines program. It's designed to get truant teenagers back into school by pairing them up with a dog they have to train.
It's very impossible to be mad when you're grooming a dog.
The training program.
He's ready to move forward, and he's gained a lot from being here. Bingo has been evaluated, and she has met the criteria to be a really good service dog.
We've been surfing the net to see what animals get up to in their spare time. Take Timber from Seattle in Washington. He likes to open the family's mail. Thanks, Timber. Let's hope that one was a bill. Hi, and welcome to Animals at Work. Enjoyed the show. Around the world, there are millions of animals that have jobs. This is the show that brings you the most extraordinary, bizarre, and unusual animals at work. Coming up next on Animals at... Knock begins her training as a coconut collector. Will Bingo and his truant teenager boss get to the end of their training for service dogs? And how will Sam, the beach donkey, cope with his first day carrying kids?
Very, very, very bumpy.
Anyway, carry on with the monkey business. Back in Thailand, Knock's owner wants her to become a coconut collector, so she's brought her to the best monkey school in Thailand. They believe the best way to train monkeys is with kindness. A week into her 3-month course, Knock's getting on a treat with her trainer, Somjai. As the new girl, Knock isn't ready to join in with a class of students just yet. But Somjai is impressed with her progress.
Knock still very new, so you have to show that we're really friends. I'm happy that Knock dare to accept the food direct from my hand. That's the good side.
Once Knock is fully trained, she could be as skilled as some of the best in the business. Coconuts are in demand for products like soap and shampoo. Collecting coconuts is very skilled work. And monkeys do a much better job of it than humans. Or do they? Time for a demonstration to prove monkeys have the edge over humans. Who can collect the most coconuts in the shortest time?
Compete with a monkey? It's a piece of cake. I can do it. I'm in top shape, so I think I can beat a monkey.
We're really confident because this is a professional monkey picking coconuts. In terms of effectiveness, monkeys are better because they can collect coconuts all day long. Humans aren't really professional coconut pickers.
It's a race to the top. Who will be king of the coconuts? The monkey gets to the top first, but will he choose the right coconuts? This monkey graduate has been taught how to choose ripe coconuts and bite and spin the stem to release the fruit. 10 minutes later, the winner is... No great surprise, the monkey graduate.
I got 5, the monkey got 6, so the monkey's the winner.
He climbs up and comes down much faster than a human.
but it'll be a while before Knock gets to graduate stage. The key to getting monkeys to learn is fun. Knock's got to learn to fetch coconuts by swimming lessons before moving on to more complex skills like spinning coconuts and choosing ripe fruit. Coming up, Knock finally starts her lessons in the classroom and gets a brand new teacher.
Our next animal at work believes he has what it takes to be beside the seaside. It's donkey work at its best. So pack up your bucket and spade. That's to clear up the poo, not to make a sandcastle, and join us for some fun in the sun. Come on, donkey.
We're headed to Skegness in England. This is Sam, the trainee beach donkey. He's been handpicked for the job by boss John, who brought him over from Ireland 6 weeks ago. If he comes up to scratch, he'll be carrying kids along the beach. John's family have been running a beach donkey business for almost 100 years. Sam hopes to join the rest of John's beach donkeys, almost 50, that work along the beaches of Skegness.
Well, I've been brought up with donkeys since I can remember. They are actually pack animals from the Middle East. They can stand the sand, they can stand the sun. Rain, they don't like. A donkey's not waterproof. He hasn't got a waterproof coat. People think that they're stupid, they're not. Donkeys are very intelligent.
It's their intelligence along with their calm and patient nature that make donkeys perfect for working with people. But before Sam can set foot on the beach, he has to pass a fitness test.
Every year, we have the annual inspection where the donkey sanctuary comes along to us. So what they're doing is checking the general health of the donkey.
A donkey can have a working life of 15 years, around a third of its life. So it's important that Sam's healthy and safe to do the job.
So what we'll do is with Sam, we'll just check his teeth to make sure everything's okay. We'll just have a feel round in his mouth now. Feel those now, they're lovely. I'm just going to check his feet now. You're not going to hurt the donkey. What we'll do is we'll just clean him out. I'm confident Sam will pass his test today.
It's up to an inspector from the donkey sanctuary to do a top-to-toe health check.
If Sam is passed today as a beach donkey, he'll have an absolutely wonderful working life on the beach. Lovely, bright, alert eye. Ah, we've got a little bit of marking here. Now, should he fail, he will then be just maybe in a field during the day and he will get rather fat and very bored. He would prefer to work. Donkeys do love working with children. Now, for a 4-year-old donkey, Sam has got a good figure, but he doesn't need to put any more weight on.
So with teeth and hooves checked, Sam's medical is done. It's a tense time for Sam. Both he and John are all ears to hear the news of whether he's able to join his pals on the beach.
Well, John, he's got a few marks on his neck, which I think will clear up within time.
Yes.
And you mustn't let him get any fatter. But I think you're a very lucky beach operator. I think he's a lovely donkey.
He's been passed fit, clean bill of health. The next test is, will he make it on the beach?
The big day has finally arrived. At last, Sam gets to feel the sand under his hooves. But the real test for Sam is if the kids like him.
We're going to put a child on a minute and just see how he takes to it going up and down the beach.
Sophie is first to take the plunge and have a go on Sam.
I like donkeys because I think they're very cute. I'm very excited.
John needn't have worried. Sam is an instant hit.
I like riding on Sam.
The queue to have a ride on Sam builds quickly. They can't wait to climb aboard the new boy.
Is it good? Talia?
I would like to ride on a beach doggy because I love them to pieces and I really, really like them. Sam was very bumpy. Very, very, very bumpy.
He's really settled into the job. I'm very pleased with him. And Sam's made the grade.
So with the kids' thumbs up, Sam can look forward to a long career on the beach. We've been looking at your home videos of what animals get up to on the weekend. Check out these wiggly otters from the Maritime Sanctuary in England. These slippery characters are certainly out to win the Cute Awards. Time to head back to Thailand. Nok is at one of Thailand's top monkey training schools, and a month into her course to be a coconut collector. She's made friends with her teacher Somjai, and her lessons have been going well. Today, she finally moves up to lessons in the classroom.
This area we call the open classroom for the monkey student. So we use this place to teach monkey how to collect coconut.
This monkey's demonstrating how to spin a coconut to weaken the vines so it's easier to pick.
When monkey come to school, in fact, the best time for them, they like to learn in the morning and evening, 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the afternoon.
But Nok doesn't just need to get used to learning in a classroom. There's a new teacher as well.
I'm very happy that he worked with me because I found that he is a very kind teacher and patient to learn with monkey.
Nang has been a teacher at the school for 5 years. He's going to start with something easier than learning to spin a coconut in midair. Lesson 1 goes back to basics and starts at ground level. A more experienced monkey shows Nok how it's done, and it really is a case of monkey see, monkey do, as they learn by watching someone else do it first. Nok will need to watch for several days before trying it.
This monkey's name is Lisa. She's been training for 2 months. She knows where to sit, but she can't spin a coconut by herself. I need to hold her hand and spin it until she remembers. Then she can spin by herself. You have to have a lot of patience to do this job, because the monkey doesn't know what to do. You have to be very kind to the animal, then they will work with you quite well.
Coconut turning lesson over? Somjai takes Nok out for a walk. It's time to get Nok to climb some trees and do what monkeys do best.
Now I'm very happy with Nok because she look very active. The body and shape also look strong. I have the feeling that should be very good monkey worker.
Well done, Nok. Your future as a coconut picker is looking good. I've heard it through the ape vine that he's a little up and down, so I'm going to tell some jokes to keep him up. How did King Kong escape from his cage? With a monkey wrench! monkey wrench, get it? Good one, huh? Anyway, carry on with the monkey business. I'm out of here. Hey everybody, welcome to Animals at Work, the show that you animals at work. Around the world, there are millions of animals that have jobs. This is the show that brings you the most extraordinary, bizarre, and unusual animals at work. Coming up next on Animals at Work, Rufus the hawk has to make sure no one gets pooped on by pigeons at Wimbledon. Marty and the Madcap Mutts raise cash to help homeless pets. And the latest paintings from @Elephant Artist.
What do they think of next? Hi, and welcome to the show. Now, if you thought that Hawkeye was used on a tennis court just to annoy John McEnroe, you can't be serious! Because this unseated bird actually does wing its way onto Wimbledon's center court year after year, but it's only the pesky pigeons who notice its presence. Animals at Work is serving you an ace as we champion a newcomer at this year's Grand Slam.
Our first animal at work is from Brigstock in England. This is Rufus, the Harris hawk. His job is to scare away pigeons that have become a nuisance in public spaces. Rufus has a crack training team behind him. Sisters Jocasta and Freya and their dad Wayne. 6-month-old Rufus is ready for his biggest contract to date, scaring pigeons off center court at the Wimbledon Tennis Championships.
All the birds we have here, they all work for a living, and in the particular case of Rufus, he's got quite a special job to do this year, and we're off to Wimbledon this weekend. And this is going to be the first time he's been to a major event like this. My 2 daughters are actually going to help this year for the first time, and we're going to be hopefully scaring off all the pigeons that have caused a problem.
The Wimbledon Championships are big business. There are over 6,000 staff and 500,000 visitors, so they don't want pigeons making a nuisance of themselves and pooping on people's heads.
All this training.
Pigeons can carry diseases and their poop can damage buildings, so hawks are an eco-friendly way of getting rid of them.
Come back over here, we'll call him down quick.
It's a top gig for Rufus, and he's been in training for weeks.
Use his brake there. We'll release Rufus, and hopefully all the intensive training we've been engaged in for the past sort of 5 or 6 weeks will pay off, and he was going to go up onto the top of centre court and come swooping back down again. Whoa! Whoa! Well done. The nerve-wracking part for me, really, is there's going to be probably something like 14,000 people there, so hopefully Rufus is going to perform on the day. He has never been to a place as busy as that, and it's quite a prestigious event, obviously the Wimbledon Championship.
Wayne started his pigeon-scaring business small scale at airfields before moving up to airports and Westminster Abbey.
Come on.
But Wimbledon is the big one.
Whoa, brilliant.
I'll be really nervous for Rufus because it'll be his first time there.
It's going to be so exciting for the both of us, because it's going to be my first time as well, helping out.
Come on then, off we go, girls. We'll just go down and get... Right, have you got the transmitter? Brilliant.
Time for a pre-flight gear check, including his electronic tracking device.
These are tail-mounted ones. This is the transmitter we clip onto his tail. There you go, that's it on. Wonderful. And that enables it, if everything goes wrong and he disappears, if you turn that on quickly, Freya. And this is a fantastic device. It allows us to track him for up to probably 2 or 3 miles if he ever disappears in the wind. Right, that's Rufus just about free now. If you come around this way, Yo, a bit. Rufus is going to go onto his perch.
At the top of the bird world, hawks have been working as pigeon deterrents for more than 40 years when they were first employed at airports to stop pigeons getting too close to planes. Harris hawks are considered easy to train because they're clever. Rufus will happily scare away pigeons and fly back to the team on command in exchange for raw meat. Just the sight of Rufus swooping across center court will be enough to scare away any loitering pigeons.
And this is all good training. We've got to try and make sure he's used to all eventualities. He's coming off a wall here. Here he comes. Look, keep still. Brilliant. Look at that. Whoa. Well done, Rufus. That is fantastic, mate. If you take him back up there, we'll pop him on that wall again, OK? Or just see where he wants to fly. Let him go.
It's as much about training Freya and Jocasta as it is about training Rufus.
Hey!
But with any animal, things don't always go to plan.
Oh, I thought he was still up there. Yeah.
Rufus has been blown off course by a gust of wind and gone the wrong way.
It's gone.
If they don't get Rufus back, he'll never make it to Wimbledon. His biggest contract will be cancelled before he even gets to London.
Yo, can you see him?
Now we're off to New Jersey in America. This is Marty, a 7-year-old Airedale Terrier mix. He works with a team of performing dogs that raise money for animal shelters in America. Marty's looks and charm make him a natural for the lead madcap mutt. But life wasn't always full of fame and fortune for Marty. Like all the other dogs in the show, Tom, their trainer, rescued Marty from a shelter.
He's just a great animal. He's nice looking. He has the ability to be very, very calm and yet very energetic on command. Huh, Marty?
Airedale. The audience is arriving and the theater is filling up. While Marty waits in the wings, his mates storm the stage.
You smoke? Good girl. This is a little more difficult. What's a NASCAR? The next dog is...
This time, Marty and the Mutts race close to 5,000 pounds for homeless pets. But the hugs are free. We've been surfing the net to find out what animals get up to on their days off. Check out 4-year-old Oscar, who has a passion for singing to security alarms. Cover your ears. The burglars may not be smiling because Oscar's got the last laugh. Now, let's go back to Brigstock, England. Rufus the Harris Hawk has a top job as a pigeon deterrent.
Brilliant, well done.
Tomorrow he faces his biggest challenge yet. He'll be starting work at the Wimbledon Tennis Championships, scaring off pigeons so they don't poop on people. But in his last training session, he managed to get lost. If they don't find him, Rufus isn't going anywhere.
Hey! And this is why we put the transmitter and the bells on.
Rufus has a radio transmitter fitted to his tail, so Wayne should be able to get a rough idea where he is with the receiver.
Oh, he's out over there somewhere, I just heard him. The worst thing that could possibly happen would be Rufus gets scared by something, he could possibly take off, and you know, if he goes and flies over into the park or some of the trees, and if he sulks there, it can be quite, or he gets scared, it can be quite difficult to get him back anyway. But you know, on Wimbledon, we've got another part of the equation, which is of 14,000 people, which is going to be quite interesting. But I've spent so much time with them, I'm quite confident it's going to be fine.
Rufus!
Famous last words, right?
What did he say? Did he say?
If Rufus pulls a disappearing act at Wimbledon, his new job will turn into a shambles. Once he's lost, he can't see his training team trying to get him back.
I'm really worried.
Things can go wrong. You know, we're dealing with essentially wild creatures, you know. And if it does go wrong, it can go wrong for quite a while, really.
So did I, but then I saw him drop her, like, on top of the plate. No, I saw him.
I think he's down the hedge line, down there a little bit, actually.
The signal from the tracking device gets louder as they get closer to Rufus, but it's still down to the team to spot his exact location.
The signal strength is really strong here, so I would estimate he's just the other side of the hedge. There's some hawthorn bushes there. So we'll have to make a way round, because there's no way through just there, because it's full of jaggies and stuff.
The question is, will Rufus stay put as they take the long way around the hedge?
Well done. Where was he?
I jumped up and I waved my hand up really high so he could see my hand, and then he must have like spotted my hand, and then he jumped up onto a pole and he flew to me because he was really good and he liked me.
Oh, well, that's what you've done really well today, girls. All your training's paying off. Right, well, we'll try and get him to go to you now. Brilliant. Well done. Gosh, I'll be out of a job soon.
Fortunately, Rufus didn't get lost far from home. But if he doesn't understand his commands, it'll be a big worry for Jocasta, Freya, and Wayne.
If you walk back down to his perch, let me...
We'll have to wait and see.
John? John?
John! What? Time for set. I'm not doing it. I heard the crew say the artsy Dumbo can't do it. The crew were not talking about you.
The crew weren't talking about you, John.
What, they were talking about an elephant that can paint? Yeah, right.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll see you in 5, John.
All right. Elephants that can paint. What do they think of next?
Now we're heading to Thailand. This is the Thai Elephant Conservation Center. It's home to more than 50 elephants, including At, the artist.
I've been with him for 10 years. We really love each other.
At has an extraordinary talent. He's been earning a good living as a full-time artist for the last 6 years, since being rescued from the streets of Bangkok.
I think At is very happy, because when I release him, he goes and paints by himself.
Some of the first elephant paintings were done in the 1940s by elephants trained in a zoo in New York. But in Thailand, it was these elephants that were the first to be encouraged to paint, and it didn't take long for them to wrap their trunks around it.
It took Ed about a month to learn how to paint. It wasn't hard at all. In fact, it was really easy.
The first time we painted was interesting because we were wondering how many weeks is it going to take to teach them how to paint. And, you know, with a week's practice or whatever, they got just about as good as they were ever going to get.
Only about 1 in 10 elephants are interested in painting, which makes their work all the more sought after. An experienced elephant can finish a painting in about 10 minutes. The art world is an unusual one for this kind of animal, as all elephants are colorblind. But elephants do have great control over their trunks, which means they're a natural handling a paintbrush.
I much prefer the abstracts because then it's entirely what the elephant wants to do. The elephant is given no orders whatsoever.
At's artwork is exhibited here in the Conservation Center's gallery and commands a pretty price. As much as a trumpet-blowing 500 pounds apiece. Money from the sales helps the Institute to care for elephants all over Thailand.
I love the paintings. I love how they're like really abstract and they have so much color and you can really see like the strokes.
This one looks almost like modern art, but it's still very impressive.
I think that if these were hung in a gallery, like in the States or something, then and no one knew that they were elephants, they'd sell for like $1,000 because that's, you know, that's like modern art.
Part of the attraction is that visitors can have their own work of art created especially for them and watch while an elephant paints it. Each piece really is unique and everyone can take home the art and the good story.
I don't think you'd know it was an elephant that had painted it. It's very stylish. It was incredible to see how well they've been trained, that they can do all that fine motor movements, and they're so gentle. Both our daughters thought this one looked like a volcano.
No, I thought it looked like a sandstorm.
A sandstorm. We really like it.
And that painting could be a clever investment. In America, elephant art has been known to change hands for more than £20,000.
Be perfect in our lounge room.
We've been looking out for your home videos of what animals get up to in their spare time. Turns out in Wales, this border collie named Tim is quackers for herding ducks. Top job, Tim. Now it's off to England. It's the big day for Rufus, the pigeon-scaring hawk. In London, thousands of people are arriving for Wimbledon, the world-famous lawn tennis championship.
Get ready.
The organizers want to make sure that no one gets pooped on by pigeons. And that's where Rufus comes in. But Rufus got lost in training yesterday. If he goes missing in London, it'll be a disaster for the team.
Right, come on then. This is going to be great. Look at that. God, what a fantastic stadium. Look at that, girls. What do you reckon?
I'm really excited. I can't remember it being this big.
What I'm going to do is we're going to put him on probably this bit just here, look. There he goes. And he's off onto them seats. And what we need to do now is let him settle down. Uh-oh. Perfect. Yeah,
oops, clean up on aisle 5.
Right, Rufus, we'll have less of that, please. Right. We have to keep a careful eye on him, right? Because we've only got a certain amount of time before the public come in, and we have to be out of here by then, along with Rufus, because if he gets left in here, we're in big trouble, okay? All right, here we go.
His job is to fly up to the roof girders and then swoop across center court, where his very presence will scare pigeons away.
Oop, gone the wrong way. Come on, Rufus, any time today.
There's no time to waste, so Wayne resorts to bribery. A chunk of raw meat to get Rufus back.
Come on. Hey. Right, what we'll do, we'll probably go a bit lower down and try calling him down there a bit further. Right then. Oh, that's lovely there.
Rufus finally gets to work and flies off to a great spot where he has a bird's eye view of the whole stadium.
He's patrolling the whole of the stadium here at the moment, girls. He's gone right up onto the roof. What we need to try and do is get him to come back down here so we can get him up underneath all these girders over there. He's having a good look around up there. What we need to do is move over there probably a little bit and see if we can... We'll try the lure then, OK? So we'll see if we can attract his attention.
But there's a problem. Rufus may have a bird's eye view of the stadium, but he's got confused about the command to come back, so he's staying put. In half an hour, thousands of tennis fans will come into the stadium, so the team don't have time for any messing around. 20 minutes to go. Rufus needs to swoop down across center court and check under the roof for any pigeons. But there's no shifting him. The clock is ticking, but Wayne and the team are trying to stay cool.
I mean, he hasn't done anything wrong. I mean, he's just got up onto the top, which is actually what we want him to do. It'd just be pretty useful if he flew down to the present time.
He knows what he's to do. I think he's just getting used to his surroundings first.
I think he should come down sometime, because he's still, learning, and it's the first time he's been here, so...
He's not coming down at the moment, so we just have to wait and be patient.
Minutes to go, and the stadium will start filling up. Rufus finally takes flight to another part of the roof. With minutes to go, Wayne's been forced to climb up onto the roof to get Rufus.
He's just moving over to the bird because he decided not to come down to us, and so he's probably just going to try and call the bird up.
Rufus finally remembers his command and flies back to Wayne. No pigeons overhead, so Rufus has done his job. But he just needs to fly back when the team asks him to.
Well, not the best debut ever, but at least we've got him back, girls. That's the main thing.
I think he done okay, but like it's a really big place for him, and like it's a new experience, and it's like all different for him. So he was just like probably a bit nervous around everything, and hopefully next time when he comes back, it'll be a bit better, and he'll improve each time.
Well, Rufus, that wasn't too bad really, but we could have done with a little bit more. Less of the stubbornness, really. But saying that, he wasn't going anywhere, so we can't fault the hawk. It's a hawk at the end of it, and it's his first debut, so yeah, just we'll have to try a bit better next time. Probably spend a little bit more time when it's a bit quieter. Pardon?
Well done, Rufus.
Job done. And Rufus gets to keep his contract for next year. Rufus has got the flying up part right. It's the flying back that still needs a little work.
Gwendolyn, what do you get when you cross a duck in a firework? A firecracker! It's good. When's the best time to buy a bird? When they're going cheep, 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 cheep. Get it? Cheep, cheep, cheep. Birds, cheap. They say cheap, right? Don't look at me like that. Inexpensive. Birds say cheap. Ah, shut up, chicken. Okay, thank you very much. You're no fun.